Good morning. Hope y'all are doing well. Back at it again. A little bit of a chilly day. Pray for me. So, today I want to talk about health. Sorry, that's pretty loud. Do some nice ASMR crackers here. But today I want to talk about health. So while the first, so November of last year, November 2023, that's why.
It got cold last night. Get
Okay.
in. You got it. Oh.
Okay. So, November 2023, it's colder than it ever has been. Okay. November 2023, that's why I really focused in 10, 12-hour days, sacrificing health in some cases to really just get active, get in business, get going, right? And I was waking up at 5 a.m. every single day. Oh my. And I was just getting to work, right? So, that's when I was working on a lot more deliverables, building out my new offering, working on larger projects in the morning. But, I was spending 10, 12 hours a day working, and I was sacrificing a little bit of my health to do that, right? Looking at blue light first thing in the morning, waking up, not getting sunlight, maybe drinking coffee too early, not eating the right foods, eating things that are more convenient. But after those 3 months, after around the end of February, I really started to focus in on health again. And of course, still focusing on business, keeping things maintained, taking care of those high impact tasks. It's crazy cold, but it's good. Makes me realize I've kind of been a little bit
Finally, the real cold plunge.
Finally the real cold plunge. So basically, I kind of want to break down what we've been doing on a daily basis and how I've been feeling from it, how my health has been impacted, and what we're going to continue to learn, right? So basically, I've been pushing back my wake up a little bit up until today, where we got pushed back an hour because of, I think, daylight savings time, or I forgot the right way to describe it. But basically, been waking up at around 5:50, hitting the shower in the morning, not looking at any phones, any electronics, no blue light, before we actually get outside and get that first glimpse of sunrise, right? So really, it's really important to get that sunlight in your eyes first thing in the morning, like when the sun's actually rising. That actually helps your circadian rhythm a lot. And again, not a scientist here, stuff we've been researching. It's personally been making my mood feel great. I feel more energized. Whenever I do get to work, I feel very refreshed. So that's the first thing, getting sunlight in that piece. Now, after that, really focused on eating more natural foods. So you might have seen a few videos. We got some raw milk from a local farmer. We got some grass-fed finished beef. We got some nice sausages from them, some unpasteurized eggs, free-range eggs, and been eating mostly that, like keeping the actual number of ingredients we eat within our day relatively low, okay? And that has been also a really great way for me to not only feel healthier, feel better, I have better cognitive function. Again, a lot of this could be a bit of placebo, but I actually really do feel a lot better from what we've been eating.
And local.
Local, of course, is important. Yeah, we've been listening some pretty great guys named Jack Cruz. I call him Uncle Jack. He has some takes that may be a little interesting for you at first. They may be a little bit shocking.
Listen with an open mind.
Listen with an open mind, and a lot of it really starts to make sense. So most people, you aren't, if we were to go back several hundred years, you aren't going to be eating a banana on New Year's Eve, December 31st in New York, right? You wouldn't have access to it. It wouldn't have grown there during that time. And our bodies start to recognize, whoa, this is kind of crazy. This is impossible that we're getting this kind of food. And what that does is it basically creates a bit of, I think entropy is the best way to describe it in your body, which creates inflammation, right? Because your body, that's not something you would eat in that type of environment. Your body then kind of starts to reject it a little bit, right? And it's little things that'll add up, continuing to eat stuff that's not local. So there's that piece. Now, probably the biggest thing we've been working on, and it was pretty difficult at first, but we're getting into a nice routine, is cutting out all electronics after the sun sets. So most people, we're going to be on our phones up late at night in bed, or you're even going out to party with friends, and all of these different types of lights, flashing lights, drinking alcohol, staying out till 2 a.m. our bodies aren't made for that, of course, right? If you really give it some thought, we're not made for that. You know, we're made to wake up when the sun rises, and we're made to go to sleep and get tired when the sun sets. So making sure we also see the sunset is really important. Like getting out there, actually seeing the sunset, that does a lot of good stuff for the circadian rhythm as well. But we've been living, at least for the past, couple weeks, basically like we're from the 1500s, like oil lanterns, like we have some like torches, we have candles, literally turning everything off. If we want to read in bed, we'll turn on like a red light that we have. But I'll tell y'all, I'm sleeping through the night for the first few times that I have in a long time, like not waking up in the middle of the night. Of course, some nights there's some restless nights, of course, but like really sleeping, getting really good quality rest. And it's because I'm not blasting myself with blue light before I'm trying to go to sleep, or we don't have all the lights on in the house while we're cooking, getting ready for bed. Like I try to literally keep everything off. Like we'll keep the candles on in some rooms, but like no lights are pretty much coming on after it actually gets dark. So that's been a really great experience. And I've just noticed my quality of life. I feel kind of like I did as a kid when I go to the pool a lot. One of the biggest things, I'm getting a lot more sun as well. Like I think back to those times when I kind of relate to how I'm feeling right now. And biggest thing as well is probably just getting that sun throughout the day. So like getting outside, using our laptops, getting the actual sunlight. Of course, got a little bit burned at first, but your skin will get used to it if you're doing it,
And not wearing sunglasses, so your eyes are like recognizing the actual, not just the UV light, but it's not, the UV light from the sun is not an absence of also the red light and the blue light and like the whole spectrum. UV light alone is not good for you, but that's what the studies were actually based on, was isolated UV light.
Yeah.
So when you have the whole range of things, like it's not bad for you.
Actually good, yeah.
But yesterday we noticed that like the whites of our eyes are like so clear.
Yeah.
And
get a zoom in.
Like
Very white.
They're just like super white, and I'm like, whoa! I didn't even realize that they weren't for a while until I noticed that they were.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I mean, obviously this is a business page, right? But I guess the thing is like you don't want to be like Steve Jobs, who made billions of dollars but then died at like 56, right?
Yeah, he died pretty young.
And they're pretty sure it's from the actual effects of his own technology. So it's like that's
being around it all the time.
Even the worst. But it's like you don't like. What's the point of wealth and business and entrepreneurship if you're not able to spend time, like able to live?
You make all the money, and then you're 50 years old, and pass away from all that you go through. And of course, there are going to be times where you may have to sacrifice, but I've really started to put health first, and I feel like I always have. But there have been some periods where I wouldn't. But it all comes down to longevity, and like we want to make an impact, we want to create great relationships, we want to see our children grow up, we want to see our grandchildren grow up, right? And it can be easy to get caught up in things being all around money and results and whatever that may be. But I've just realized that not only did I become a better entrepreneur when my health is better and things are dialed in, but I also have a better quality of life, right? Going out, playing sports, exercising. I went for a run this morning for the first time in a while. Very hungry, but this ice bath has put me into a bit of shock. So yeah, I really think this is a core part of something that's important to me as well, is just living a healthy life, an actual healthy life. I think a lot of what people say to be healthy, or what have said to be healthy in the past 10, 20 years are really starting to show up as
they're selling something.
They're selling something, or it's not the best for you. So like actual longevity, getting out in the sun, humans, animals, we've lived in the sun for millions, if not billions of years, right? It's free. You don't pay for it. And I really think people getting a lot close to more of a natural life, getting out there, living like we used to hundreds of years ago, cutting back on technology as much as we possibly can, only working when we have to, you're going to start to realize that your quality of life is going to be a lot better. So give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give it a try for a week. Get out in more sun. See the sunrise. Go to bed before, or like see the sunset, and then cut out all electronic lights before you actually go to sleep. Like when it gets dark, try those 3 things. Let me know how you start to feel. Try to get those natural foods in, and I look forward to hearing from y'all. But yeah, this is something that's really important. Go ahead and take care. Well, let's see how red I am from this. I think I'm gonna be, oh my gosh. Maybe not as much. My arms are tingling.
Yeah, you can tell by the ice cube not melting as fast.
Yeah, this ice cube didn't melt at all. It's been melting like crazy. So yeah, take care, y'all. Bye.